Yeah, but what I was gonna say was the crazy thing about Boys in the Hood is, yeah, you might have been the best acted part of the movie. Like, to me, you're the part I always think about the end of the movie. That scene, the scene of you and Cuba Gooding Jr. at the end being such a real, authentic part, between someone who, and it's funny because it's so weird. Not to get all sad, but my brother-in-law passed away recently. And when he was 18, he wasn't shot and killed. He was in a drunk driving. He was killed in a drunk driving accident. But I literally thought about that moment when I sat down with his brother, my girl's other brother, for the first time. I was like, like that, we're brothers. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I literally harkened back to that moment because that shit was so authentic to me.
Yeah, man. That part was the part I had the most anxiety about doing. Because John was like, we got to see you cry, man. We got to see tears running down your face. I'm like, man, you ain't going to get tears running down my face. You know what I mean? I done seen a lot of homies done got killed, man. And some you tear up on and some you don't, so I had a lot of anxiety to, this is my first acting gig, and then this dude is asking me to go a place that I don't necessarily feel yet. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, John, I got to do it how I feel it, man. I can't manufacture no bullshit. I gotta do it how I feel it. And he was like, okay, give me what you got. And he liked what I gave him, which was,
that's crazy.
It was a few tears was there, and that's how it would be, with a guy like Doughboy. So, it was a cool part. I had a lot of anxiety to pull it off. I'm working with people like Lawrence Fishburne. You know what I mean? A hell of an actor. Cuba Gooding was, he wasn't known, but he's a hell of an actor. You know what I mean? That dude bring it, and so I wanted to bring it too. I didn't want to be the rapper in the movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? I wanted to be, I wanted my part to be thick, and I wanted people to be impressed. So, we had fun with that movie, man. It was
I always wanted to ask you, did you ever have a discussion with yourself to either use Ice Cube or your real name?
Nah, never.
Always Ice Cube.
Always Ice Cube. My real name is for me and my family, it's like,
even though we all know it, it's one of the most known hip hop names.
I always think like Fresh Prince, and then he went with Will Smith. Fresh Prince was like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, done.
Nah. Ice Cube is my nickname. It's the name that I want people to call me by. I don't want people hollering, yo, Shay. You know what I mean? I'm thinking my family is.
So it's literally just family that says that.
Yeah, literally.
Does anybody in your family call you Cube?
My brother might call me Cube. Sometimes my pops will call me Cube.
Only when Mr. Ice Cube?
Nah. He ain't like that. He rolls with me. I take him on tour. You know what I mean?
Really?
So he part of the crew. So sometimes he, if he don't had a few, he'd be like, Cube, come here. You know what I mean? Come kick it with me. So, it's cool, man. It's all
like
love.
My mom calls me Cypher. Like,
yes. My mother, like she still calls me O'Shea. My mother, my wife,
O'Shea.
Yeah.
And you win an Oscar, it's Ice Cube. Anything in the performance world, Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. They better say Ice Cube.
It's funny. I feel like do you feel like the hip hop world thinks that you've become different because you've become a nice guy in film? Like I have to say, I'm almost a little surprised that your presence still feels exactly like what I would imagine the Ice Cube presence to feel like. It doesn't feel like Are We There Yet? It feels like Ice Cube.
Well, Are We There Yet is nothing but a movie. You know what I'm saying? And people, I guess I can act hella good because people, they tend to think that just because I did this movie that somehow that's the direction I'm going. I ain't trying to be Bill Cosby. I'm myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gimmick. And I guess people think, he did that, now he's doing this, and it's all boom. Nah, I still look at everything through the same eyes, man. I just know how to, play the game I need to play to get where I need to go, and And it's cool, It's cool, I mean,
It's cool to get money out of the same system that you've been deriding your entire career, and you know how
why
to get
not?
that.
They owe us money. We might as well pluck it out. That's what we've been bitching for the whole 400 years, man. Give us a shot of this, man. Give us a piece, of what we done earn, what we done work for. So when you get it, why still act a fool? You know what I mean? Now's the time to be like, hell yeah, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been.
It's the payday.
Yeah, this is the payday. This is what it's all about. Now I can take care of my family. Now I ain't got to suffer. Now I ain't got to think about all these things that, that keep you depressed, that keep you down. You know what I mean? Is worrying about where the next meal coming from, where the next this or that coming from. So those worries they still there, but they not as down pressing on me and my family. So, I don't have to be mad all the damn time.
Absolutely
no more.
not.
Got little chips.
Speaking of being mad, what were you offended by on I Used to Love Her?
I was offended by the fact that he was basically saying when the West Coast got you, it just turned you into a trick. You know what I mean? And, I used to love her, but since the West Coast done got you,
I don't love it.
I
She's
ain't
tainted
loving you
now.
no more. To me, that was foul. You know what I mean? Because when I first came out in hip hop, everybody had their own style. You couldn't bite. If you bit somebody scratch or verse or line or hook, man, you might as well just quit rapping. Because ain't nobody messing with you, ain't nobody buying your records. You considered a biter. You know what I mean? Get out. So I felt like we had our own style. And I thought we was going to be able to keep our style. And everybody else was still going to be able to do their style. But then slowly but surely, everybody started doing what we was doing. You know what I mean? And it just, it did become like, it did taint the music to me because everybody was trying to do the same thing. Even the groups that had their own style was now trying to give a harder look or a harder edge or trying to, to pull it the gangster way. And to me, I thought that was whack, but you can't blame us for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to blame them. I still got the same style I started with. You know what I mean? I ain't changed up at all.
He did wear a Raiders jacket in here today. Let's be clear.
So I still got the same style. I haven't changed up, switched up. You got to do different records. You can't keep doing the same kind of record. But for the most part, I look at, hip hop had just turned into it's cool to bite. It's cool to bite. It's cool to bite, and everybody biting, and it don't even matter no more. And that's what's whack.
Not the West
Coast.
Coast.
The whole thing. Ain't what the West Coast did. It ain't gangster rap. It's the fact that everybody's biting now, and that's whack.
So what was the first thing that you said back to what was the first response to Common?
I don't even remember. I think it was on the West Side Connection.
That's what I said. It was West Side Connection. Bow Down or something.
It was on a record. I think we called. It was like the last record on the album. It was one of them records everybody jumped on, and I just felt like I had to say something. And then Common came back with a record.
A mean one. That's a mean one.
Yeah,
the Pete Rock.
It's all right.
You don't love it?
It's all right. You know what I mean? But I had. I
guess how could you love it?
Look. I had a record, man, that was a killer, and then we ended up having this summit with Farrakhan.
Oh,
and basically he was like, "Yo,
Ice Cube, I want to talk to you." Sorry,
watch your mouth.
I do a Farrakhan impression.
Yeah, you did
Farrakhan called us. Was like, "Hey, yo, tell him to stop doing that."
That's whack.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so anyway, we had this conference, and he helped us squash it. Mm-hmm. He helped us squash it, so I just never did my record.
You recorded it?
No, I had the lyrics.
You wrote it, but you didn't record it.
I had the lyrics.
So it never happened.
It never happened.
And it was a.
You want to spit it now?
Yeah, you got it. You got that up here.
I got love for Common. I never.
Y'all are cool.
I ain't gonna diss Common. I got love for him.
And you guys ran into each other and made.
Yeah. We done ran it. Well, we was there at the summit. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
his record was out. doing the song.
But his record, I love his record. I don't love it as one of the greatest diss records of all time. I just like the song.
I just love it as a
beat
Pete Rock. It's a Pete Rock like.
Yeah, but
underground.
as a diss record, it's all right.
He comes pretty hard on it though.
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard it
I
once
love the
or twice.
record.
It's cool, you know. It's a cool diss. You know, it's to me that's hip hop. You know, you know he had to come back. You know what I'm saying? He had to, and I'm glad he did because you know, I mean, it shows that you know that's what it's all about. You know, it's all about somebody go at you, you go back. You know what I'm saying? I never responded. And that's cool. I can live with it.
You can live with it, but he has a look in his eye of he wishes he just gotten that joint
I mean,
out, though.
Yeah. You know, you kind of wish you
something could have happened a month later.
The man in him is happy that they squashed the beef because they know what it's all about. But the rapper is like, I had one. He should have been like, yo, Farrakhan, let me just drop this, and then
we'll get together.
Nah. I was gonna be a man of my word. You know what I mean? That it was over, and we shook hands at that meeting and gave each other a hug, and it was over.
Cool.
It was over that day.
All right, we're being told you need to go in a minute. Last thing I want to ask you about hip hop wise though, what's you still real cool with, and will you be working again with potentially Dub C and Mac 10?
Well, you know, me and Dub, we ain't never, you know, had no problems, no issues. We still go on tour together. You know, me and Mac ain't working together no more. You know what I mean? It was a little beef in there, family issue.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I ain't even think about that part. Me and Dub gonna always work together. And, you know, I'm working on an album right now called Everything's Corrupt. It'll be out next year. And, you know, I'm still spitting.
And I'm sorry, I'd be remiss. Last thing, Chin Check.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
We all were like, oh my God, is this happening? What happened? What happened after Chin Check?
Eminem and 50 Cent happened. You know what I mean? It just took Dre's attention, you know. Those was big records, big artists. I understood why the NWA record didn't happen after that. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes was it was close. We was real close, you know. You know, it is what it is. We're about to do a movie.
What the movie's like a
biopic,
real
right?
deal. Real deal.
Like a acting movie, not
acting
like a
movie.
biography. Like
no biography.
Is anyone in it, or any of you guys in the movie at all?
I'm not in. No, nobody's in the movie. We getting actors. You know, I hope my son OMG play me. You know what I'm saying? I think he could do it. So you know, we'll see. But we got the movie. It's being directed by Gary Gray, who did he did The First Friday. He did Set It Off, Italian Job, The Negotiator. You know, and he knows the world. He was there.
Already?
Yeah, it's written. We just still, you know, fine tuning the script. You know, it's a hell of a script, man. People gonna be hella interested on, you know, which how this stuff came about and the twists and turns and the drama and the beefs and the.
When you write a movie like that, do you have to add stuff to like sensationalize it, or it's just the true story?
We gotta take stuff out, bruh, because if not, we'd have a mini series. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gotta put no whoop on this, man. Right. It's all right there.